All of us have someone who enters our life and gives it a greater meaning. A person who shines light where all there was before was darkness. Someone who chooses to love you, expecting nothing in return. Someone who enters your life and changes it forever. I'm going to tell you about the person who changed my life forever. It was my great-grandmother. I will tell you of the time we spent together, the lessons she taught me, and how when I lost her, it truly changed my life forever. I remember my grandma as being my rock, my solid ground. She was always there no matter what, and I knew I could always rely on her. My grandma was a woman of few words, but you can bet when she did have something to say, you best shut up and listen. She had a lot of people who thought the world of her because she would always lend a helping hand to those who needed one. My grandma had a heart of gold and a will of iron. My grandma and I spent a lot of quality time together, from going out to eat, to her watching me play sports, to listen to the old ladies gossip at the local beauty parlor where she volunteered. Though the majority of our time was spent swinging on her front porch swing. One of my fondest memories of us on the swing was one day when I was having a little disagreement with one of my friends at the time, and I was upset. I turned to Grandma and I said, "Grandma, who's your best friend?" She paused for a moment, and then a smile wrinkled across her face, and she turned to me and said, You are my best friend." I'll never forget that day. That was one of the fondest memories I have of my grandmother. She always had a way of making even the worst times not seem so bad. I had my grandma for 15 years, spending most of those days by her side. Until the day, June 13th, 2005. This was the day I lost the light of my life. The day my earth stood still. I was playing a softball game at Central High. While I was playing, I kept looking at the stands for my grandma and my mom, but neither of them were there. Only my dad was on the sidelines. When my game was over, my dad came to me, pale as a ghost, and explained to me that my grandma had had a stroke and wasn't going to make it. My heart dropped into the depths of my stomach, and tears flooded my face. The ride to Winchester Medical Center was the longest ride of my life. I felt as if my grandma's soul was pushing me to go faster. When we finally arrived, I rushed to the emergency room and found my family, all of them staring at me as if my words could save her life. And then Mom came to me and said, "She only wants to see you, Kara." I walked in the room, and there I saw the light of my life slowly slipping away from me. I've never felt so helpless. I walked in and grasped her hand and said, "I'm here, Grandma. I love you." She marveled at me as if she knew it'd be the last time she saw me, and grasped my hand back with all that was left of her strength. My great-grandmother was the light of my life. She didn't know it, but it was her life, her smile that kept me sane. It's strange to think that a woman 5 feet nothing, 100 pounds, could be the muscle that held me together. I can remember the neighbors finding it amazing to see an 80-year-old woman shooting hoops with her great-granddaughter, and most of the time winning. And that's exactly what she was. Amazing. Up until her last breath. I thank God every day for blessing me with the time I had with my grandmother and filling my heart up forever with our undying love. I miss her more every day. Rest in peace, my love.